The Federation cannot have one representative on Earth, as it would mean a monopoly on the truth. And since there are so many starseeds, each one is by right the representative of the Federation. The Federation is a very complex institution with many steps and councils on each. As they present it on Earth, it is very simplistic, with a human structure, and denotes ignorance of the truth. Asks Robert. So on Earth, they cannot have any human representative, from what I understand. No, because it is the same as a monopoly on truth, and the same as there are races, there are points of view. That to begin with. Furthermore, multiple timelines and multiple densities, where a council has influence over one, but not over the other. So they are layered councils. Having only one person means that you represent a part, and not the whole. And there is more. That structure, like the one presented by the Federation on Earth sometimes, is very human, flat, one-dimensional, and they are mostly human fabrications. It does not represent a holographic social structure, where each and every one of the members is by right representative of their race and species. Not like on Earth, where a person, a politician, represents a people, and the people themselves have no power and no vote. Here, that would not work. A holographic society is not structured this way, and the Federation is made by holographic societies. Therefore, its internal structure and operation is the same. Stepped, leveled, holographic, by multiple councils according to regions and densities. So, a holographic society is structured in such a way that any person assumes the responsibilities both of representing their race, species, people, and culture, as well as their representation before external entities. But in itself, each and every person on board this ship is prepared to assume the position of a leader. Likewise on the planets. Anyone, just by being born there and being part of that culture, and by how that person was educated with all the resources of the entire civilization available during their development and education, can automatically play the role of leader and representative. Thus, the model they present of the Federation in different places on Earth is obviously and blatantly human-made, with the view to monopolize everything that has to do with the Federation and has nothing to do with the actual Federation. We do not recognize any legality in any petition or accreditation of any person to assume any position that has to do with the Federation at any level. It must come to us by direct means from the Federation and not from any pseudo-human representative, nor human organization, because otherwise we will automatically take it as false information, with interest and intention to impose an agenda of control and limitation on us, or any other person spreading the subject of the Federation. If so, if these types of accreditations were authentic, everything that has to do with the Federation of United Planets would need to pass through the scrutiny and authorization of these people on Earth, which we and countless races see as unacceptable. Repeating above, all accreditation and any request from the Federation must reach us through muon systems or similar technology, directly from the Federation in space to TAYGETA's ship without intermediaries. Because we do not need intermediaries. Asks Robert. If humans are the representatives of the Federation, or the starseeds, how can a starseed get in contact with the Federation? Accessing her higher self, channeling, opening her third eye, meditating. I know they will not like that, but direct contact does not depend so much on them, but on their races, and the Federation, and prenatal agreements, frequency compatibility, and all that. You must know that everything is frequency compatibility. If they know themselves to be of high frequency, nothing of the lower astral plane will parasitize them, and if something does appear, they will be able to remove it or face it, and it will be momentary, not something that sticks to them as possession. Everything is frequency compatibility. Someone very positive and loving is toxic to a negative entity. So high or very high frequency people will only be compatible with entities of the same frequency. For example, Esther, who channels Abraham. With that high frequency, she is not a match to being an organic portal for negative things, only positive things. So Abraham works through her and not a lizard. All are organic portals, and according to their frequency, these or other entities work through them. It is not only necessary to see whether or not there is possession or parasitization, but also to see what kind of entity. If it is positive, it would not be a parasite or possession, but a constructive symbiosis like Esther, Abraham. Comments Robert. Exactly, your frequency will dictate what you will channel. So, to connect with the Federation, you would have to have neither hatred nor resentment, because otherwise you will channel anything else, according to your thoughts. Sure, although it is logical to have those feelings, and people should not be scared to have them. But those feelings should not be the dominant ones, or be allowed to determine their life. So the truth is that there is no direct way, only as described above. They can call them with the mind, with videos or tweets, because they listen. But whether they respond or not does not depend on them, humans. I know you would like me to tell you that there is a place where you should go and fill out an entry form. But the truth is that there is none. And even if I try to advocate or ask for someone from here, they will not listen to me. It does not work like that. The Federation is very, very large and with many steps of complexity that humans do not understand. It is not only what stage or level of council it is, but what density as well. And add to that timelines. Starseeds want to communicate with the Federation. They must understand that they themselves are the Federation they want to contact. If you want more, then you only have meditation, ask for contact mentally with the heart, or make videos or tweets to ask for contact. But you can't even do it from here, or hardly, let alone down there. Asks Robert. Layered succession of councils involves hiding information, decisions, preparation, discrepance from higher to lower ones. Do the minutes of the councils get made with any member of the Federation accessing the discussions? All decisions are met unanimously? Majority votes? Are there hierarchies? Nothing is like that. Nothing. Stepped layered means that a council, let's say a town, deals with its problems and its decisions without having to disturb the regional council, which is made up of the councils of all the towns within the same region. And this regional council, together with others, form the council of a larger region, this one of a larger one, until reaching the planetary council, and from there all the way to the high council of race or culture. Each one deals with solving the problems that correspond to their level. If there is a water irrigation problem in a small town of few inhabitants, which is solved by deciding where to make a new canal, they do not have to bother the High Planetary Council that is dealing with much bigger problems. If they can't solve the problem and need help, they will ask the next one up, and that one the next, until the problem is resolved. There is no information hiding, quite the contrary. It is a free flow of information always. And every citizen, as they are formed with all the resources of the entire civilization, has the preparation and education necessary to be part of, physically, any council of any level, voluntarily. If there are more people than what is needed in a council, they will start to leave themselves, since there are too many resources for the problems that arise before said council. Therefore, they are solved very quickly, being boring for the members, so they will retire to do other activities if they are not necessary there. There are no minutes, the human style, papers, always papers. Only if you need to write something down, because within the same council, the presence of people who have the potential to solve the problem has already been required. For example, canal builders who operate machinery. So the irrigation canal repair order comes out of the same council, and because of the mentality of the people, they themselves go and build the missing canal. The declaration of minutes is not necessary, nor of papers that prove anything, since the lie is easily seen, and there are no interests at stake when not operating with money. So people act in good faith always, helping the advancement of the community, and with that, of the entire civilization. The basis for achieving such a society is the moral and ethical attitude of people within that society. Majority votes are not observed. It is known that this democratic system doesn't work, and a majority of votes does not mean that the decision is the correct one, neither the most ethical nor the most convenient. We deliberate with logic and with facts until a consistent agreement is reached between the members of the council. Again, the attitude and ethics of the people who compose it are the key to make this work. Many people on Earth who claim to know do not have the remotest idea of how a holographic society works, nor a federation based on holographic societies. It is with the consistency of ideas, ethics, and morals. Therefore, we should not allow people with little ethics to appropriate themselves of concepts such as those described above. They will only impose what they as humans see as legal with human terms and conditions, disabling the operation of a truly holographic society to reach the population of Earth, preventing its advancement. Democracy is not the correct political model, nor is the royalty as it is on Earth, nor is it communism. And people without understanding many times mistakenly confuse the holographic political model by layered councils with communism. But that is terrible, because for us, communism is only state capitalism combined with dictatorship. Asks Robert. As a representative of the Federation, what are my duties and rights? The ones that you impose on yourself based on your ethics and your understanding, resources, and capacities. Asks Robert. And why do the presidents of the United States make pacts with the Dark Ones for all humanity? That is not valid. They have crossed many red lines. Apparently, yes. But since these Dark Ones are formed by humanity itself and are the representatives of humanity, presidents or whoever they are also the product of the collective. So the pact with their creations is part of free will, as seen by the Federation. So ethically, it is up to the humans themselves to solve the problem that they themselves have created? Asks Robert. Do the Ascended Masters have representation in any solar or cosmic council? The concept of Ascended Master is terrestrial and does not even apply directly as identity to real beings, or rarely. Ascended Masters, it would be necessary to define who they are without the religious load, but it could be defined as a person, old soul, with a lot of experience that has the function of counselor, because she understands multiple topics and has a lot of experience solving them, like Svaru, for example. Whether or not a person is a member of a council of whatever kind only depends on their personal capacities and resources, and on how relevant they are to solving the problem in question. This is how many times in the councils, not always, there will be people who have a lot of experience coordinating others and forming agreements. These people are called advisors and are like the base or permanent members of an organism or council of whatever level. These people are in charge of making sure that the resources and experts in each subject are summoned. These expert people are not members of the councils permanently, but when necessary. As for example, with the problem of electric generators, the council will not call bakers, but electricians. And there will always be one or the other expert who lends himself more, or who has a lot of knowledge and who ends up constantly being called to the council when an electrical problem arises. Comments Robert. Okay, thank you very much, Aneeka, for your time with these questions. You are welcome.